So a guard of honour for the Manly team, Tom Trbojevic. A special afternoon for him. He captains Manly for the first time, the 69th player who is bestowed that honour. Always a special day when the old boys turn out, Phil Gould.
It certainly is, and as they run on through this guard of honour, they can look to their left and right and see some of the great Manly players of the past. A number of them champion players, many of them premiership winners, and all proudly here today. Did a lap of honour in front of the home crowd. It's always a special day for any club, Old Boys Day, when they come to celebrate a home game. This will be very special for Tom Trbojevic leading his troops out. The great Cliffy Lyons to his left.
Well, this is quite something. Two of the club's champions there, one from the past. A few better than Cliff Lyons. Andrew Johns, I know you opposed him in the grand final, but one of your absolute favourites, the great Cliff Lyons, a ball-playing whiz.
Freakish. Younger viewers think about Cody Walker at his best, and that was Cliffy Lyons every week. An absolute magician. That ball in his hand was like an extension of his body. He'd wave that around, you get mesmerised by it. His combination with Steve Menzies was legendary. One of the greats, and there's a modern great for Manly. This game is going to shape up as an absolute beauty. I can't wait for it.
He was one of my favourite players, Cliffy Lyons, even though I had to coach against him a lot of times. But if you made a highlights reel of all his tries, of all his try assists, of all his line break assists, you'd be a week watching it without sleep.
Well, Steve Menzies owns about 10 houses here on the northern beaches. You should give half of them to Cliffy, because Cliffy laid on 75% of his tries. What a combination that was.
He's got half a grandstand at the southern end, the Lions Menzies stand. That's just indicative of how good that combination was. And what an afternoon for Jamie Humphries to make his debut. Player 1-6-5-9. That's the Malcolm Really Challenge Trophy. Gee, there's some sentiment on this Sunday afternoon. The Knights have got the ball. It's all stacked against them, isn't it? A lot of emotion here at Brookvale. But they bounced back from 3 straight losses with a couple of victories, one in uncomfortable fashion against Canberra last week, and Tyson Frizzell, the Newcastle captain, driven back near his own 10. Crossland returns from that head knock. Oh, more roughhouse defence, although there was a nice pass out the back. It found Fletcher sharp, and Thomas Cant a little confused with his first touch of the afternoon. No advantage taken there from the lead runner, so no penalty as a consequence. Now Elliott played to Crossland, and Leo Thompson, who has emerged as the leader in the forward pack for this Newcastle team now, and a 100th NRL appearance for Jackson Hastings today. Turbo back at the back. That was an awkward proposition for his first retrieval of the day, but he does well, and he gets back to the field of play. Among those 100 games as well, of course, Jackson Hastings played 13 of them for Manly over a couple of seasons. He's been the constant in the halves for Newcastle throughout 2024. So Garrick playing it outside the 20. And a tap on from Brown to Aloye, who's recommitted to Manly for a further couple of seasons throughout the week. Here's Brown. He's wound the clock back this year. And although Luke Brooks is wearing the number 6, you'd think he'd be the primary director for Manly today. Played so much of his football at halfback for the West Tigers. It's more of a secondary ball-running role with Daly Cherry Evans, but he's the senior playmaker out there today. And now Lucas, an unsung hero in the Newcastle machine. Cameron Smith sidelined for us this afternoon at Brookvale. Good afternoon, Cam.
Yeah, afternoon, Tomo. It's a beautifully crisp afternoon here in the northern beaches. Sunny, current temperature 15 degrees, feels like 11. I reckon that wind's making it about 5 degrees, but that breeze, 17 kilometres an hour, it is behind the home team, so for a couple of early kicks, I reckon.
Back at Cam, there's Jason Saab off a hat-trick last week.
Maybe don't bomb Jason Saab. Well over 6'6", isn't he? 6'7".
I saw him standing alongside the corner post. He was double its height. Whatever height the corner post is, Jason Saab was double the height.
Sipley.
It's a big side, this Manly side. Big side. Sipley, LOA, Olakawadu, big forwards.
Good. Here's Brooks, second kick of the afternoon, stabbed into the corner. Fletcher Sharp gets across. No hesitation in picking up the bouncing ball. He's a real speed machine, but he gets knocked over by Brown. He's got a bit of the red mist early doors, Nathan Brown.
Well, in their pre-match huddle in the dressing room, there's plenty of players having something to say, and Nathan Brown, I was watching his eyes. He was nodding. Whatever was being said, he was in agreement and he was going to carry it out, and he certainly has with his first couple of efforts.
His eyes weren't spinning, were they?
I don't know what they were saying, but he was impressed. He was very happy with what was being said.
Go and give it to him, you reckon? So Price steps up, and again a kick towards Saab's side of the ground. How good is afternoons at the footy like this?
Nothing better. Well, yeah, nothing better.
I was a little bit worried about that pause then. Sunday afternoon footy, they love it here at Brookie, don't they? The players talk about it from every generation. Every team that's ever been a part of the Manly club, they talk about Sunday afternoon at Brookie Oval.
Time off.
They've sold out 6 of 7 home games this year. Who's on report? Oh, Nathan Brown's on report. Oh. What a shock.
Surprise, surprise.
Big water off a duck's back there.
So Tommy Talau enjoying a fine season at centre and wing for Manly. She's a valuable player, this lad. Cole Lort.
Plays everywhere.
Off the bench, started at hooker for a few weeks. Now he's out onto the edge as Tom joins in and Garrick through the hands and he feeds Saab down the wing. Humphreys, the first gamer with the first try. What a moment!
Well, not only does he score it, watch the setup play, watch the way he ball plays, straight as a gun barrel. I was watching him a warm-up. I'll talk about his physique, how strong and big he is for a halfback. Zuzu, D-Max replay, he gets the ball, he straightens the attack, holds it up perfect, catch and pass, they all do their job. And like a halfback, pass and follow, keep going down the field. In the warm-up, I could not believe how big he is. Legs, really strong.
Well, he's one of those halfbacks, Andrew, that for some time has been playing hooker in reserve grade. They've actually changed him positions a couple of times, and he's become very experienced at both. He does really well there. I think Tom Trbojevic does well as too, because when he catches the ball, I don't think he catches it perfectly in his hands, but he gets a lovely little deft pass. He didn't try to overplay it, and that created the overlap on the outside. Cameron?
Well, it's a great start, isn't it, for the debutant? Off the mark already, first try. I just want to highlight the work here by Nathan Brown, the way he goes to the line and just holds up the outside defenders for guys like Jason Saab to create that overlap on the outside. Valuable player in the forwards.
He was presented his jumper by one of the great Manly halfbacks in John Gibbs. And Gibbsy's here watching on. I'm sure he got a nod of approval. How about that for a start for Jamie Humphreys? 4-0, make it 6.
Adam, just don't get junky down there. Just hold a second. Stay behind.
An NRL career launched in fine fashion. Jamie Humphries, the first try scorer. And on an afternoon, it just appears to be set up for Manly. They lead 6-0 and they shift here through Brooks and across to Aloiai.
Yeah, and that could be Newcastle's Achilles heel this afternoon. New combinations out wide in centres and wings. Obviously, Best and Gagai on origin duty.
Lawton. So they could jump up to 7th Manly if they win here today. When they get Terry Evans and Jake Trebojevic back in the lineup, they are a dangerous outfit. Tolu Kohler unavailable as well because of injury. I think he's a longer-term proposition. But see, if they can make the 8, they can give some cheek. 5 from 5 to start the game. Perfect completions for both teams on a lovely afternoon. There's Tolu Kohler. There's Ben Trebojevic. Oh, here's Fletcher Sharp. Oh, he's going to cause some problems for the Manly defence. Elliott away to Price. A little delayed in running onto the ball there. Brazil taken in the tackle. Outside the 30. Crossland for Price. They hung back waiting for a kick. He got a ball around the corner to Thompson.
First one,
Double
Newcastle.
knock on.
Change over, your ball. 10 by 10.
Tommy Talau knocked that ball on. I thought it went backwards, and he was off. Deciding to run the ball in the last. Goes back, doesn't it? He goes back towards his own try line. Anyway, play on.
Here's Lehigh Hopawate, another of the young brigade that's been introduced to the NRL this year. He's been ultra impressive. Playing primarily at fullback, sliding out onto the wing today. Brown tackled by Thompson. Simpkin for Brooks. It's good to see him run the ball. And now Humphries. It's the last. He takes on the line and can't get a kick away.
The Knights
A bit
hand
of
over.
inexperience there. You got to know it's the last
Right
play.
side.
Got to count your tackles. I'm 66 and I still count tackles. Doesn't matter if I'm watching Junior League or whatever. I'm just counting tackles. It's an obsession. Every player should learn to count tackles.
Joey Brothers and blokes that probably couldn't count the 6.
Play on, play on.
Oh. Just a little lack of continuity early for Newcastle, although that offload's handy. And Price comes tearing onto it.
That's how they need to play.
Look at Crossland with a one-handed scoop and run.
With no support. Another one, Ruel for dummy half runs. Everyone's got to be flooding forward. He was on his own then, crossing.
Hastings, short pass. There's 6 more tackles, and now we get a
Molly,
penalty.
10 metres. You're going early off the goal line, mate.
Bit of a trick shot there
The signal
from the
play breaks
Knights.
down.
Double pump from Jackson Hastings opens a corridor for the young fullback Fletcher Sharp. He's only slight Fletcher Sharp, but geez, he doesn't mind getting into contact. Plenty of ticker.
So Leo Thompson driven into the ground, right into the black dot in front of the Lions Menzies stand. Hastings, Price, that was good to get the ball away in one motion, but Lucas is engulfed in the tackle of Talau. Played to Frizzell. Price into first receiver. Strong tackle. Simpkin rushing out. Now Elliott. Now Hastings. Short pass again. They try to punch into a hole, but Manly's defence standing firm at the moment. That was Thomas Can. Elliott's going to get over. Forward.
Scrum, man. Where do you want the scrum, mate? 10.
He actually stands when he passes this ball to dummy half Fergus Crosland. Adam Elliott. He stands with the ball and just takes a half a step there, and he overruns the play. He wanted the ball straight off the ground. Adam Elliott.
Heads in. He's attacking, we can go without him. Jacob, head in. Jake, head in. Head down. Off you go, Josh. Clock on. Hold. Here we go. Hold. Break. Stand there.
Here's Turbo.
Hold. Wait. Daniel, look for it.
Sit in the centres didn't last very long.
Phoenix, move. Back here. Hold.
Nice work from Hopawate. 25 out from his line. Brooks first receiver. And now Aloye. 9 wins in their last 11 games overall against Newcastle at home for Manly. It's a very dominant record. Picked up when Cliffy was playing. Those great Manly teams, it would have been nearly impossible to come in. Brooks from his own side of 40. It's bounced off a Newcastle head.
Not played at.
Not played at.
And this is the way he likes to kick.
Play the ball.
Luke Brooks, he likes to kick through the line.
42 out.
Doesn't like to kick up and over. This time he finds the back. I think it was Tyson Frizzell, wasn't it?
Yeah, the big trend these days is to kick high. Plenty of hang time, let your chasers get down there. But that's the second time he's kicked through the line. He didn't get it through the line that time.
Oh, wait! Shoot! Off the wings!
Daniel Safidi fast play the ball. And Price has popped up everywhere. He looks dangerous.
Car release! Toss up there! Oh, wait!
Frizzell playing. Crossland. Elliott. Oh, he got an offload away. It was knocked back by Lawton, and it's dived on by Manly.
That was a good read by Lawton. As soon as Elliott went forward with the ball, he raced around in behind him, anticipating an offload. He was able to get the turnover for his team. It's knowing your opposition.
Really high Hopawate. Simply once ago, got a few players out there with a generational link to this Manly club. Just the Hopawates. They've had a whole range of players to feature in first grade in men's and women's rugby league, and Jamie Humphries is a third generation first grader.
He just got whacked there after he passed the ball. Jamie Humphries.
Here comes Saab. Saab pursuing. Fletcher Sharp taken comfortably.
Stand, Jason! Wait!
Because Jamie Humphries has signed with South for next season. So a few runs in the NRL with Manly will certainly serve South well.
Oh, big tackle on Thomas Cant. Build-wise, Andrew's not dissimilar to Bradman Best. Thomas Cant.
Oh, he's a nugget.
Yeah.
Mainly a back rower. He's played in the centres a few times in lower grades, normally in the forward pack.
It's a very descriptive word, nugget. It's a good nickname, nugget. You'd be happy with that.
It's Keith Miller, isn't it?
Nugget. I think a worse nickname.
She's been good off the water. For his weight categories, he's clawing meters. Brown off the back of that. A little bit of disjointed defence to attack. And, well, milking says here, referee Grant Atkins. He was trying to get 6 more. Turbo's coming. Turbo v Sharp. Up over try. You could see it coming a mile off. He's back all right.
That's just the extra effort there and awareness from Tom Trbojevic. Watch how he looms up inside the kicker, Brooks. Brooks goes high this time by Suzu D-Max replay. Keeps himself on side, has to swerve around a couple of defenders, makes the leap. Gets a little bit of a bobble, but it doesn't touch the Newcastle player. And the old bull gets over the top of the young bull here. Tom Trbojevic back in his favourite fullback position. Comes up with the grab, and young Fletcher Sharp says, well, that's what I've been fearing all week.
You've seen that before in these colours. So that's gold.
Yes.
Bring back the footy Sharp, please. Cameron?
Yeah, I agree, Joey. Bring back the footy show. That was a goal try, wasn't it? It was a set piece between Brooks and Trbojevic. And Gus mentioned it. You just see him loom up there on the inside. He knew the play was coming. It was a great kick by Brooks. And just sat Fletcher Sharp right under the ball. Trbojevic, he had all the momentum. And what a lovely try it was. Good start here for the Seagulls.
Generally been good. Keep working.
Here's box office Tommy Turbo. It is wonderful to have him back at full fitness, and this has gone out on the full.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It didn't help that Jason Saab's got three foot long legs, but notwithstanding that,
Jason Saab does the splits and gets his team a penalty. And that's dangerous.
Now you're going to get that ball back
Manly.
up. You kick this one, aren't you?
Pumped up. Newcastle reeling a little bit from the first couple of tries. A minute or two that Fletcher Sharp, and will be value for his experience.
Examination for Newcastle now, an intimidating environment. They've conceded the first couple of tries. They've kicked out on the full. They've got to get their shoulder to the wheel as Humphreys goes across to Brooks. And Trbojevic against Camp. He beat him, but Hastings was there to assist.
Once again, we've seen the evolution of Olakau'atu, ball playing before the line. He's got into his game this year. Very skillful.
Nathan Brown distributing for Brooks. And now Talau confronted front on in the tackle of Price along with Lucas. Last tackle now. Lawton, Brooks, a kick up wide. And Garrett getting through, and he dropped the ball.
He looks,
oh, he got there in time, Garrick.
It's in the field of
Garrick
play.
or Turbo?
Marcus here. Wait there. Wait.
Garrick.
Back foot.
Garrick's the one shaking his head. Looked like he had a clean grab at that. Beautifully placed by Brooks. Came down right on the try line.
Oh,
they got in each other's way. There was two of them there.
No one from Newcastle competed for the ball.
No, there were two of them there. Not a Newcastle player in sight. Got in each other's way. That's a bomb try.
Christian Mapapalungi there was the man tackled with a fast play the ball. He's had a handful of NRL games. And now Matt Croker in his 50th appearance for Newcastle, up past the halfway. Taken over the top by Lawton. Price has been the primary kicker from distance. And this one hanging up in the air and taken well by Lee Haihapawate.
Yeah, these wingers, we've got to get them all types these days. There's some they jump for, there's some they jump with their hands above their head. There's others that they're actually falling as they catch it, depending on how they feel the defence running at them.
Put him off balance.
Papawati there decided to fall as the ball came to him.
Yeah, Turbo's try, that's goal. Turbo promised a young fan, Bo, who is battling cancer. If he scores, send a that's gold after every try. Bo plays for the Mona Vale Raiders. Hope puts a smile on your face, Bo. And the way it's looking, might get a couple more, Turbo.
Just when you think you couldn't love him anymore.
Hey, Cameron Smith, do the Queenslanders even love Turbo?
Queenslanders love everyone, Tomo. You know that. Maybe not next Wednesday, though.
You've got a funny way of showing love, Cameron. Let me tell you.
It's hard love.
Tough
Way
love.
through Simpkin, and then Brown and Brooks and Humphreys and Garrick getting away. Backhanded pass, tippy-toeing Saab, another one.
This is the worry. Digging a player.
Oh,
He's having a kip.
That's
oh
a
no, he's
post-try celebration.
I thought he'd fallen over with a hammy.
Anthony Seabold just fell over.
Yeah, Thomas Camp, we spoke about earlier in the game, predominantly plays in the forwards. One thing, Isuzu, D-Max replay, just a player, body in motion, and gets his feet, plants his feet, and just gets done up with it in and away. And that was too easy. I think a lot of balls going to come down that side, sending numbers at Thomas Kent. It'll show it here. Just gets him on the outside. Just a faster player. Saab, he tiptoes and then pulls the batteries out and doink.
Well, it's about their 4th or 5th raid down that side, and now it comes up to a try. Jason Saab had every Manly player with their heart in their mouth there. Just the way he's balanced there, kept himself down a very narrow corridor near the sideline. Cameron?
Well, they're going to have to change their system, aren't they? The Newcastle Knights, this left side defence. Just watch their movements, passive, backing away, running towards the sideline. That just allows the Manly Seagulls to dictate everything towards them. And that time there, it's very hard to stop a man of his size and speed, Jason Saab. And that's a great try celebration.
So Ruben Garrick's actually closing in on Matthew Ridge as the 4th greatest point scorer for Manly. Close to the upright, but outside.
Time off. Might go deep. Just hold. You just got to wait for the bell, mate, for the clock.
Well, the Knights were so keen to get the game underway, they didn't wait for the ref.
I actually just got a text from Fatty Vorton. He reckons it's a great idea.
It's the only clock
The
you don't
footy
have
show.
to beat.
Yeah.
Said why not do it 2 or 3 times a week? He'd love to fly down. He's sick of playing
There you
golf.
Spent a lot of time thinking about that, Greg.
How good would it be if we got it for the semis?
Stay behind.
Every Thursday night. Fatty, Sterlo, Big Man. We get the Chief down from Newey.
Was Big Man on the footy show today?
Yep. And the award-winning Turn It Up. He was actually you got mentioned, Gus, a few times. Very funny.
He's been riding your coattails for 30 years, Gus. So Bullamore's on the ground. They got him stripped on the left here as well. Talau didn't pass to Hopawate. There was open space down the wing.
I did an Origin luncheon with him on Friday. It was Willie Mason and David Gillespie, Daryl Brayman and myself. And we were down to talk for half an hour on Origin football next Wednesday night. Spent the first 25 minutes talking about Daryl living with me.
It's a story worth telling. Brooks from 40 again. Napa Palangi running back, takes it on his own 10. So here's some hope for Newcastle. Manly led 20-0 against Canberra here earlier in the year. The Raiders ran them down. And it was not a dissimilar feeling in that game. It appeared for all money that Manly were going to put the cleaners through. And they stopped playing.
Modern day games like that, 16-0 is not a big lead if you can be next to score. It's just momentum, possession. So Newcastle have just got to concentrate now, keep themselves in the contest physically and make sure that they're next to score.
It's Matt Croker playing the ball, playing his 50th game today.
He's improving, Andrew,
Yeah.
Matt Croker.
He's a really good player. Really good player.
Garrick running to a dead end. Long pass from dummy half finds Brooks. And across to this string bean Lehigh Hopawate, who he doesn't shirk anything when it comes to running out of his own end. Now Caleb Navale, second NRL appearance for the Fijian international.
Talking to Anthony Seibold off camera before the game. Caleb, his father played for Parramatta. Epirama played on the wing. Mid-90s, mid to late 90s, he played on the wing.
Oh, Marju runs into a brown belter.
Red missed. He actually went in again on the ground.
Oh, Navale now. Some sting in this defence here by Manly to back up a 16-0 scoreline. Hastings for Price, he's looked likely. He goes to Lucas. He certainly takes the game on, Will Price, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's got confidence.
Frizzell's pretty much chasing one out here on Turbo, who fires it over. It was a one-bounce pass, but there's no one in front of Garrick. And Garrick nearly gets around all of them. A great covering tackle by Jacob Safidi.
Well, Greg Marju is getting treatment after getting smashed by Nathan Brown. He's getting back to the left wing. He'll be gone. He can hardly walk.
Danger here. Brooks away to Talau. Hopawate receives a backhanded pass. He goes back to Luke Brooks, one side to the other. Chamkum Tong out there as well. So plenty of changes for Anthony Seibold.
Yeah, there's a few danger signs here, isn't there?
Bullimore. Jacob Safidi around the legs, Crossland up top.
Oh. You put it behind his foot.
That's a momentum killer right there. I don't know why Bullimore got the ball there. They actually had them shot out wide again. And Brown decided to play short to Bullimore, and he's ended up with a fumble in the play the ball. Marju is still getting attention. He wouldn't have been able to make a tackle had they continued passing. There's the hit.
I think it's a cork. I think when Brown went in, I think accidental Nathan Brown's knee went into the quad of Greg Marju. And it's a big quad.
Yeah, there wouldn't be enough deep heat in the world to treat that.
Well, they've got to get some support around the ball when their big men are rolling forward, Newcastle. You just can't let them go to the line on their own and expect to quick play the ball. You've got to have support with your big men in and around.
Price bringing Sharp around. So there was a hint of obstruction, and Sharp didn't pursue that run. Takes the tackle of Talau. Will Price once more. Trying to isolate Trebojevic.
That's better. Giving the ball back, a couple of metres out from Manly's line. And jam the defensive line up and try to force an error here in Newcastle.
They've used 3 plays, Manly. Not at the 20 yet. Here's Bullimore. Low to the ground and plenty of leg speed. Drives it out to the 30. Chan Kung Tong. Nathan Brown now. Eight from the halfway. Jamie Humphreys. 2 left foot kickers in the halves for Manly today. He finds some open pasture. Kind bounce for Cant, who has actually gone back to play wing there on kick reception.
Marju, he'll have to come off. Oh, another big tackle there. It's Tommy Talau.
It's Humphreys part of that as well. And the beast might be Slade. Here's Pierce Paul. Big fend on Garrick. They've stemmed the bleeding here, at least, Newcastle. They've got themselves back into an arm wrestle.
Marzu goes off, and just looking at their bench, they haven't got a ready-made replacement at all.
Also, they started the game with 2 back rowers in the centres, and I'd say Brodie Jones would have to go to centre, and maybe Thomas Kent would go to the wing.
Yeah, that'll be a mismatch. They'll hope that Marzu keeps going.
Well, if it is a cork, he'll go at half-time. If he cools down, he'll be lucky to come back out in the second half with that cork side.
Brooks under no pressure. Dinks into the corner. Fletcher Sharp with some room to wind up. That's great tackle by Navale on kick chase. Well, they're missing big names, Manny, but these younger players who are in the infancy of their NRL careers have added real energy and spirit. So Jones is on the field in 16. Played to Crossland. Hastings on the left edge. Takes the defence on himself. Handy run, actually. Breaks over the halfway. Price under pressure. Another high ball. Another catch for Turbo. Half is actually bucking the scoring trend because one of Gus's favourites, the southern end, is the end here at Four Pines Brookie that generally provides most of the points. In fact, 30% more points scored running to the southern end. That's in the last 8 years at least. Brown out the back, nice offload, good pickup from Trebojevic, but the pass goes to ground.
Well, here's a chance for Newcastle. You get the ball back on the halfway. I'd love to get a try before half-time. There's the fatigue alert, getting upwards of 5 minutes. There's a stoppage. You can see a lot of the big men are struggling to pick their legs up. This is where Fletcher Sharp could be dangerous around the middle of the field.
Yeah, Tom Trebojevic is spending a lot of time right up in the defence line, even though he's 30 metres out from his own line. He's in the defence line.
Once again, Will Price going to the line. There's no one near him.
Crossland, he can run forever before he makes defenders, and now Croker.
Yeah, no, don't leave the ball back.
The Knights players appealing for a shoulder charge there on Croker.
There was so much potential in that set of 6 there for the Knights, and they never looked like taking advantage of it. There was 3 or 4 play the balls in a row where they had Manly on the back foot and disorganised, and there was only one man moving with the ball right up to the last play where Croker gets tackled under the post.
Well, that's a shoulder charge from Olakau'atu. I'd like to see it, have a look at that again. Hits him with his left shoulder. There is no wrapping motion at all.
There's a strong run to allow.
Yeah, but the whole game has actually slowed down, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Good now, Matt.
Those sides have slowed right up.
Turbo into first receiver that time. Fires one to Olakau'atu. Oh, hand, Saab again. Oh, ankle tap. That's almost a try-saving effort.
That was Jackson Hastings. Great effort there. Otherwise, that was a try to Turbo.
Humphreys spears it for Brooks. A kick out wide, a flat kick. Lehigh Hapawante. Catch, pass, brilliant.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Just said that the game had slowed down. Tommy Trebojevic takes it upon himself to grab the ball, race across field and throw a pass out to the right. They nearly got Saab away down the right-hand wing. Other than an ankle tap, it would have been a try on that side. Now the ball comes back with a Luke Brooks Cook kick. What's this? Isuzu when you're at D-Max replay. Beautiful hands there. Saab's just got to draw and pass the fullback, but Jackson Hastings was able to get an ankle tap. Now watch this from Brooks. Left foot, flat, across field, Hopewadi, jump, catch and pass in the one motion. That is absolutely brilliant. That'll look brilliant from head on. Jump, catch, pass, all in the one motion. Flat, wobbly kick. Look at that.
Oh, that's class.
And he wasn't looking.
There's something special about this young man, Lehigh Hopewadi. We saw him at fullback the last few weeks. He's gone to the left wing. There's another celebration. But the way he caught that ball and passed with the soft hands, that was special. Cameron?
Well, that was a great bit of skill, wasn't it, from Lehigh Hopewadi to catch and pass inside the one motion. Just look at this kick, though, from Brooks. He knew the ball had to get out there. He could have chosen to go through the hands, but he thought, no, I'm just going to kick it nice and low and flat. Hit Hopewadi on the chest. What a wonderful finish to this half.
The old boys love it. Golden Eagles appreciating that up in the stand. That's not a great kick by Garrick. 20-0 though.
Sorry, Dave. Go now, mate. Pocket 0. I went up by the whistle, mate. Step line.
The sun beaming down on Brookie and the scoreboard following suit. 20 points to zip. Big job for the Knights here to get back into this. They ride momentum, well, this Manly team. When they're on top, they really cash in.
There's Marju. He's hobbling. He won't be back in the second half.
Well, that was Tommy. The game was going so slow. Tommy gets into first receiver, races across field, finds some space out wide, puts Savai, and the try came on the next play. But
Brody Jones is wobbling. He'll have to come off for a HIA. I think there was a head clash with one of the Safidi boys.
Turn behind the left edge now. Hopewadi again sees a little bit of space. Steps inside of a couple of defenders, keeps it alive, back to Turbo. Novato got in his road.
he's so classy, this young Hopewadi. It's like he's been doing it for years.
Shallow bomb, Napa Palungi, spectacular. And he was interfered with in midair.
Looking at this Newcastle backline, the start of the game, it was the most inexperienced NRL backline they've had since 2005. That's the number of NRL games played in those positions. It's 19 years, the most inexperienced backline. It's been shown up a few times this afternoon. It's not easy during that football.
Players out of position, as we've said as well.
Brody Jones, HIA.
Brody Jones, he had a head clash.
Stay there.
Previous set.
So Jones coming off, and Emma, what else can you tell us?
Yeah, Matt, Jake Simpkin earlier copped a knock to his sternum. He went into the sheds and it's now heavily padded up. He's back on the bench and says he will be right to return.
Thank you, Emma. A shrewd signing that one, wasn't it? Simpkin, mid-season. Gee, Lachlan Croker's been gone for a long time, hasn't he?
His neck, man.
Here's Lucas. Bounced off Brooks. 90 seconds until the break. They'd love one just before half-time to generate a little bit of belief. It comes out to Hastings, sent on to Thomas Cant.
Fernie Colson was tackled, all legal, just as he passed that ball. He's in agony.
Kick up across them, might have gone back off the arm of Frizzell.
I'm going to knock on Tyson Frizzell first, then Manly.
Crossings and all sorts here.
Yeah, he
I'm
passes.
going to knock on a few first.
And as he passes, his ribs are exposed, and Nola Kawatu goes whack.
Captain's challenge from Newcastle. The ruling of knock on Tyson Frizzell, then Manly.
That. hurts because he wasn't looking, wasn't expecting. So challenging here.
Challenging a Newcastle knock on.
We've cleared play in the lead up. Just looking to determine if Tyson Frizzell knocks on.
Tyson's giving it the innocent look.
Just looking at all available angles.
Joel Kane wants a stat on players who demand captain's challenges and their success rate.
Based on all available angles, we have no conclusive evidence to overturn the on-field decision. The challenge will be retained.
Yeah. On the balance of that, he probably didn't touch it. Gee,
Okay, time's back on.
Jamie Humphries just did some brilliant defence there. It probably goes unnoticed with everything that's happened, but his coverage there was outstanding for a young halfback.
Stay back.
Just in that last little passage of play. He's quite a heady player. Spent a lot of time at dummy half. He's dummy half there now, but a lot of time in reserve grade playing at hooker.
So South signed him as a halfback or a hooker, do you know?
Probably a bit of both, I guess. You know, Damien Cook's gone. Cody Walker's playing at 7 at the moment. Jamie Humphries is a very good goal kicker too. Very good goal kicker. They could have used him the other night, the Rabbitohs.
Been a while since Cody's kicked by the looks of things.
Of course, farcical.
Turbo, good ball. Long pass to Garrick. He gets on the outside again.
Touch off Newcastle.
Newcastle have
Play
touched
the
it.
ball.
Turbo wants to
Play the
feed this scrum ASAP. I don't think he's going to beat the clock.
That's a good 40 minutes of football from the home side. Normally they're running towards the south. The fact they lead 20-0 at half-time and will now turn towards the south is danger signs for the Knights. They've got some work to do at half-time to steel themselves for the second half.
20 points to nothing. Manly over Newcastle. It's Old Boys Day.
It is a party atmosphere. The fireworks, they are up and going. And the second half, it is here. So let's head back to our commentary team. It's over to Matthew Thompson.
Seagull flying high above Four Pines. Brookie doesn't get more apt than that. Just on the subject of Origin, I think the whole rugby league world is waiting with enormous anticipation for what might unfold in front of a sold-out Suncorp Stadium. A couple of Origin gurus with me. The preparation and the lead-up has gone silent. Queensland have bunkered down. Not much coming out of New South Wales.
No flu anywhere?
Well, I just wonder whether this is the calm before an almighty rugby league storm on Wednesday night.
Well, Marshu's back out there, and he can't run.
Those big legs might take a little bit of warming up. Is there a bit of tinterbox feeling about what might happen on Wednesday night? Stakes have rarely been higher.
I wouldn't be missing the first 20 minutes, that's for sure. You can't win it in the first 20 minutes, but you can certainly lose it. I think both sides will be right up for that period.
The last decider at Suncorp too, you remember, Gus. There was all those concussions early. Murray and Cobbo both knocked out early. It was so aggressive. Throw all that into the melting pot and who knows what might transpire, but whatever it is, it'll just be gripping. And you'll see it all exclusively live and free on 9 from 7 o'clock Wednesday.
I would have liked to have been in the sheds, the nice sheds at half-time. Heard what the coach Adam O'Brien had to say. Hopefully it was about support play, keeping your legs moving, jogging forward all the time.
I was watching it on the cameras, Andrew. It seemed rather sedate, very subdued. Certainly no blow-ups there. But it's an important 40 minutes of football for them.
They're off the line quickly here, Newcastle. Talau muscled to ground. Thompson and Jacob Safidi. And now Jason Saab, who's in rich try-scoring form. Humphreys, Brown, Bullimore. Wedged at their own end of the ground just at the moment. Brown trying to change that. Humphreys out of second receiver. Turbo, Garrick, Saab! Flying! Garrick there! Away he goes, Ruben! From their own side of halfway, Manly go whack!
Beautifully executed. They troubled them all that first half down that side. First opportunity in the second half. They thought, we'll get over there and chest out Greg Marzu's injury, and he was found wanting badly. Shift of the ball, Isuzu D-Max replay. Lovely work from Humphreys. Turbo very, very quickly. Garrick the quick hands. Look at the speed here. Wooshka. Way too quick. Garrick backs up on the inside. Plenty of support. Humphreys is there. Brooks is there. They're all there. And Manly running downhill towards the south of Brookvale. Send a warning sign early that they're looking for a lot of points.
Once again, straightening the play, Jamie Humphreys straightens the play and holds the defender, which then 2 or 3 gaps over frees up the big winger, gets him into space. And the Jamie Humphreys just showing some class, the way he straightens the attack, gets the ball out the back, but then really straightens up. This may get ugly. Or uglier.
Yeah, it's not that good looking at the moment.
Team to watch when they're on song, Manly, aren't they? 26-0. Brown from the back fence. And what's even scarier is this man Olakau'atu, who's hardly made an impact on the game so far. Oh, back fence, Brownie. Boom. Just when you thought his best football was behind him. A new lease of life into the former New South Wales Origin forward. Nathan Brown here at Manly. Play by Brooks. CKT off for Bullimore. No pressure at all on Brooks. He kicks for Talau to pursue, taken by Sharp. It's just monster. Aggressive defence. Lucas on the 10. Not sure that was the man that was intended to get the ball, but Palangi has it anyway. 3 plays used. It's like quicksand for the Knights at the moment. Marzu gets them past the 20 at least, and a relatively quick play the ball. Good run here. Jacob Safidi. Something for him to kick in behind. Turbo on the fly.
Stand down, Jackson. Hold! Hold
Saab and Garrick, the leading meter. It is. Oh, look at that. It's all Manly. And Clayton Fulalo about to come into the game, and he has been an absolute whiz at New South Wales Cup level, leading try scorer in the New South Wales Cup last year, and his career stats, 41 tries in 40 games overall.
Yeah, prolific try scorer. Primarily at fullback. Wondering where he might fit in here today.
Now Garrick thundering down to Precious Sharp. He's left them all behind. Great return.
Yeah, he's been the shining light. He's had a crack. And only slight, but he's got some ticker.
Wondering if 26-0 if Turbo gets an early mark.
Well, they've made a dent here. Let's see what they can do on the back of this. One's got to stand up and play. They're rolling.
And Turbo trying to counter straight away. Caleb Navale.
And strong. Navale.
Humphries. Olakawatu, one-on-one with Thomas Cant, who held him well. Long ball, Humphries. Sang Kung Tong. Brown, Brooks. Turbo, tap on. Beautiful, beautiful. Moati tackled over the touchline. Good scramble.
Previous was 3. Play the ball. Play the ball in the middle.
How dangerous can Manly be here? I know, look, there's no guarantee they're ever going to make the final. Let's say they get there. They can play some outstanding football.
They've got plenty of points in them. How far's Croker off? I think he's going to be a key. Playing dummy half. Whether when DCE comes back, whether Humphries plays a little bit out of dummy half.
So it's a neck/throat problem for Croker. He's been.
I know he carried a neck for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He's had disc problems. He was getting nerve pain down his arm.
Rugby League's going back to Vegas next year. If you haven't heard during the week, sensational news. Get your ticket to the ultimate bucket list trip to the sports and entertainment capital of the world. Charter and travel packages. They're on sale now. Head to nrl.com/Vegas to snap up your spot. Take your good James in the dancing shoes.
You have to wear a collared shirt. Go out there.
That's going to look like That's was booked.
Vegas,
Yeah.
all you need's a tattoo. Don't need a shirt. Get in anywhere.
There's a thought.
Neck tats.
So sickly. Defenders over the half line.
It's an interesting question just how far Manly can go because at their best, I mean, if Trbojevic stands up and plays fullback, and I think they've got to play him fullback if they're serious about making a mark in this competition. Terry Evans back. We've got two of the best. Jake Trbojevic back in that playmaking forward role. And just brilliant speed out wide. I mean, there wouldn't be too many sides that could beat him in a relay, I wouldn't think.
Well, I know you're a believer that the top 4 rule, if you will, that you've got to finish there to win the premiership will be broken at some stage.
Well, it will. At some stage, it will be broken. Someone will have a good month in September and get it done. I know it hasn't been done in the NRL era to date, but it will happen.
Oh, what a take.
I'm just wondering with a team like Manly if they can get on a run.
Of course they can.
Hold! Wait for the kick. Hold.
Like I said, I mean, if they ran a relay, I think Manly would have the favourites. A 4-man rugby league relay with all the clubs. How would that go?
You've got to have one front rower.
Wait!
I could sell tickets to that.
Pulls the trigger out of Garrick.
He looks a really good player.
Not shy, is he?
No, he looks a real good player.
Tough Sipley, 26 away.
He's a really good goal kicker, Andrew. Yeah.
Oh, what about that pass off balance?
Wobbly ball, Hopalate. Another one for Turbo, left to right past that time. Back for Caleb Navale. Play number 5. They're attacking as they want here at the moment, although that's been lost in the play the ball.
That's the second time he's done this, the young fella. Trying to play the ball too quickly. Just a good play the ball would do. Doesn't matter how quick. Get into the habit of playing the ball properly, but he's come up with a couple of fumbles in there. Look at these big feet. He's to do 100 of those every training session, just on his own.
That'd be a boring session.
Well, it's the boring stuff that gets you there. Just basics, fundamentals. Never get bored with the basics.
And if you make a mistake, you go back to 0.
Yep. Every sport you can imagine, every ball sport you can imagine. The very best, concentrate on the basics.
That's a sharp. They just held off for a moment. Away to Cant. Oh, good offload. Very, very late. Oh, Turbo's got up around the neck there on Fletcher Sharp, but Acton, our referee, saw it. Said play on. Sharp plays it. Now Jaden Bailey's on the ground. Away to Kai Pearce-Paul. Good tackle on the Kawatu. Crossland, Hastings.
Go to the ball.
A chip kick with no great elevation and a comfortable take and a great return by Talau.
Gee, he's an improved player. Tommy Talau, been very impressed with him. In recent times, good defender too. Very physical. Crowd's gone back into a bit of a lull. You only get excited when Manly's got the ball.
Hey, what about next Sunday? We're back here at Four Pine Brookie against the Gold Coast Titans, which means Desi's back in town.
You said Des last night, has he put a rinse through that hair? His hair was very dark last night. Des, you listening? That'll be a game. I love watching the Titans. They're fast.
David Middleton was telling me before we're down, they've got a formidable record here too at Brookie.
Well, Titans always scare you because they've got points in them and they can score from anywhere on the field. They've got a bit of speed too.
Oh, Khan Pereira.
Yeah, 4-man relay from the Titans.
Brimson was dangerous in his return last night.
Dolphins that have a good 4-man relay. The Hammer.
Saka. Hastings up and under. Cant running through. Saab with a comfortable catch at the back. So Newcastle there, a sign that next week back home they take on the Broncos.
That'll be a full house. I think they go Broncos then bye.
Correct.
Next week is, well, it's a must-win if they're going to have any chance of being in the 8.
The next 2 games, Andrew, are against the grand finalists last year. And Nathan's nearly ready. Clearing, that is.
Turbo's kick.
Why not? Did you hear Anthony Seibold say in the lead up to his return last week that obviously he's shown he's a rep class centre. He thinks he'd be a good 5'8".
In the right team with the right halfback, he'd be great fighter.
I know he'd make a great fullback. I wouldn't be moving him. He looks just fine where he is.
Wimbledon men's finals night tonight.
Well, that was hopeless.
Mistake by Newcastle. Carlos Alcaraz versus Novak
20, did you
Djokovic.
say?
You know what? You could have skipped the first 2 weeks and just put these two in the final.
Bad pass from dummy half here. You got a big man steaming onto the ball. You just want to just give it to him gently. Balls. Bad pass.
10:30 tonight too, by the way, live and free. 9 and 9 now. Uh-oh.
Young dummy halves, they just try to do too much, too fancy. I blame Cameron Smith for all that. Everyone wants to be like Cameron Smith before they become Cameron Smith.
It's your fault, Cam.
Well, Andrew Johns ruined a generation of halfbacks, and Cameron Smith ruining a generation of hookers.
Ruined a lot of things. Paseka back.
Well, they've actually got 9 players out of this game. So, Terry Evans, Trebojevic, but Lodge, Kohler, Croker, Paseka, Ben Trebojevic. Tried a Hopawate, by the way, down the left-hand edge. He's been dynamic, the youngster.
Well, this is too easy. This is a training gallop, a warm-up for a training gallop. Defensively, very passive, the Knights here. And they just run through the play. Isuzu, D-Max replay, just sitting back on their hurls, waiting, and then Hopawati, he just burns them down the outside. And no one covering. He strolls around.
What a prospect. Lehigh Hopawate.
He's got class. And the worrying thing here for the Knights, he gets over and then strolls around and no one covering except for one of the Safudi boys. Humphries kicking for goal.
Oh, put the wraps on him.
Is it Peter Jorgensen? He used to do the aeroplane thing, didn't he?
He did it for a while.
Well, there's 20 minutes to go yet. And I don't think Manly are in a mood to slow down.
No, when they get in the mood, they can really run in some points here at home on a Sunday afternoon. The lights have taken full effect. The sun's gone down.
Out to Lawton. Brazil wraps him up. So Simpkin back on the ground. Brooks first receiver. Nathan Brown's gone the whole journey. He's been really good.
Isn't that a rest?
Brooks kicks, Garrick pursues, Saab there too. Marzu nearly pulled through them there. He's been brave from Marzu. Badly inconvenienced by whatever it is with that leg, but he's kept going.
So Newcastle got Broncos at home next week.
Yep.
Gee whiz, that's a big game. I don't want to be the loser of that game. That would make everything really difficult.
All over him.
Really difficult.
Line. Wait. Hold.
Clayton Lalo ready to start his NRL career. He's got the interchange card in hand. I wonder if he goes on at fullback. We'll see here in a moment.
I think you'll find he'll make the relay team. He's got some wheels.
Fletcher Sharp would be in Newcastle, I reckon.
Came back against the grain then, and there was space and no one was punching holes.
Offload Hastings, Brayley there. Chance to attack off that. Fletcher Sharp. Here's Paul. Sharp again. He's been buzzing around, trying to spark something. Out to Will Price off the Thompson pass. He's put down 10 away. Brayley. Crossland for Hastings. Plays behind Pierce Paul. He's been everywhere. Sharp in the last couple of sets of 6. Jackson Hastings. Ball sent away here and cut down is Lucas within a metre. Brayley tries to kick through, bounces off legs. Now we get it back.
It's a real art to do that at a dummy half. Getting out of dummy half and those grubbers close to the line. The defenders are so tight. There's a real art. Once again, Fletcher Sharp. He's having a red hot crack.
So Ruben Garrick's come off.
I wonder if Tommy goes up to the centres.
Ruben was getting his neck looked at by the doctor before. Throat or neck.
Time on.
Well, 32-0 is a good time to rest one of your stars if you don't need to be playing him. This is young Clayton on debut. He looks okay, no stress.
Doesn't look like the kind of bloke that is stressed about much, Ruben Garrick.
Good kid, this kid. Been watching him a lot in junior reps over the years. Fletcher Sharp. He's got that real Pappenhausen look about him and style.
So I mentioned 6 of the 7 Manly home games this year have been sold out. Emma, another great crowd here.
The official crowd this afternoon, Matt, 17,298. It's so good to watch Sunday Arvo footy here at Four Pines Park, and it's even more fitting. It's their old boys' day, so the Golden Eagles are loving watching this in the crowd.
A ticket to the after party. Thanks, Emma.
They've had something like 6 sellouts here this year, haven't they? Did I? You just say that? Sorry, Matt, I wasn't listening.
You tend to tune out when I speak. Brayley, Hastings.
They've had some sellouts here, haven't they?
Yeah. It sells out regular.
Come on, Knights, lift something.
Tommy's still at fullback by the look of it. Clayton's had a couple of hit-ups already, 3 or 4 tackles. Only been out there a couple of minutes.
He's got a few battle scars. The ref will send him back to get that cleaned up. Long pass off Donny Gain finds Brown and now Aloye.
Throws a lot of short passes, Nathan Brown. He's been hitting Bullimore and these fellas with short passes on the edge all afternoon. Then he lines up and takes the next one.
return. Lull in form and some uncertainty around his future overall. Thrown a lifeline here at Manly. He's become a vital part of his pack. Here's Paul to the middle of the ground.
How have you found his first year at the Knights, Andrew?
I think they're still working out how to play with him as the Knights get away. Great tackle. Yep. I think they're still working out.
Oh, there's no dummy half. Oh, Brooks has picked it up. No dummy half. Brooks sets away. Can he beat Sharp? He does. Oh, he's got the staggers in his fall and a metre short. I've never seen that before. A bloke picked the ball up with no dummy half and run upfield unchallenged. No one out on this side of the ground for Newcastle. Beautiful catch by Turbo and on to Olakau'atu. Another try for Manly. Can you believe that? Brooks, there was no dummy. Brooks picked it up and thought, are you serious?
Yep. Ozizi, D-Max free play. Brooks gets away. He gets the little sausage dog legs going. And then the ball comes wide. Jeez, watch this pass from Jamie Humphries. Watch this skips in, passes the ball. Turbo picks it up off his ankles and Olakau'atu. That was too easy. Now watch this work here from Humphries. Sees the rushing defence, checks, and then knows he's got Turbo and passes. Turbo, look at the skill. Cameron.
Yeah, it was Greg Marju that come flying in off the wing, and the number one rule for those wingers when they come rushing in is they've got to take the football. That time there, Humphries, he was too smart. He was aware of it, just ducked in off his right foot, found the space, got the ball out to Turbo, and Turbo tips on. It was a nice play there by Manly. It was a thief in the night, wasn't he, Brooksy? And the smart thing about that play was he stayed on his feet. So if he dives on the football here, this is a penalty, but he stays on his feet, picks the ball up cleanly, and away he goes. And the Sea Eagles, they knew the ball had to spread out to the right quickly. Some lovely hands out in front. Nice pick up there by Turbo. And Olakau'atu, he gets a meaty.
No team in the history of rugby league just gets the ball from one sideline to the other sideline as simply as Manly. They don't complicate it. They don't overcomplicate their passing game.
Well, that's 7 tries to zip. It's offside. Knocked on by Saab. Turbo was in front of him.
Pop his finger at this. Grab his finger or something. Isn't Saab?
That was no fuss.
It's like cracking your knuckles.
Good run. Play off that.
That was Daniel Safidi, Jaden Brayley, Adam Melly. He's been off for forever. And on to Leo Thompson. Oh, no.
That'll be tackle 2. Scrum on the 10. Luke, 10. Clock's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official crowd, I think it's time.
This one they find themselves in a little bit of position to apply some pressure. Another error.
You're playing a breakaway over there. Put your head in the second row for me.
The Wallabies were last
Get
night.
in there. Get it right in there. In you go. In you go. Hold! Break. Thanks, mate. Jaden, move. Climb up.
10 to play, 38 zip, eh?
Yeah, well, spots in the 8 and then places within the 8 are going to come down to 4 and against on a lot of occasions. There's so many teams in contention, so you get a chance like this to keep an opposition to nil and rack up a few your first. Sharks made a big effort with their 4 and against the other night. 58-6 against the Tigers. 38-0, that's a handy scoreline. If I can add a couple more.
Nice play there from Brown. Just shows he's reacting to the defence, not premeditating. Jackson Hastings came flying out of the line.
That's a sharp.
Leo Thompson's hobbled from the field.
Just going back to what you're saying about Kai Pearce-Paul, there was 2 English imports this year, Kai Pearce-Paul and Will Price. Will Price is now in the first grade side of 5A, but Kai Pearce-Paul is still very young. I think what he's done this year has been outstanding.
He's played pretty much every game also. There's Will Price, the other Englishman. Yeah, I still think they're working out how to play with him. And when he does get the ball, there's not enough support around him. He's got that offload through the line, similar to a Sonny Bill Williams, where he can get through and just get that one-arm offload.
You keep moving. Yeah, mate, you got to take up.
But there's a real player in there. I actually spoke to him before the game. The first time I've actually spoke to him. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Couldn't understand what I was saying either. But how big he was.
Goes back to the ball but doesn't take up a position in time.
These escort penalties are a lottery. I don't know who came up with this. The escort rule.
Just looking at the run of Hamoli Olakuatu, he's required to take up a position early and run back to the ball. He runs into the line of the attacking player and impedes his ability to contest the football. The challenge is unsuccessful.
I feel for Olakuatu, not being there in game 3. He's got many more, and he's got a hoop of origins in him.
Well, it's a bonus being available for Manly today, as Jaden Sewell was for the Dragons last night. Both missed out on origin selection in game 3. And
for feeder, for the Titans.
Yeah, it's helped for their club sides, for sure.
So the Seagulls haven't held a team scoreless at Brookie since 2018. Can they maintain the back egg next to Newcastle's name on the scoreboard here? They'll want to be turning them away. They're not going to. Frizzell over.
Yeah, the old warrior. He gets into space. Watch him change his line as he gets the ball. Comes off that right foot, gets himself into a bit of space and then pulls through tackle. Zuzu, D-Max replay.
Wow, what's this?
The angle.
Whoa.
This will show it. Look at that little chink off his right foot and beats Turbo close to the line.
I would love to watch the game from up there. What camera is that?
That's the Zuzu blimp.
Go back to that shot. Show me that again, Mr. Cameraman. I'd love to watch a game from up there. Not from up here. It's too far away. Cameron?
Yeah, that's a pretty high spot, isn't it, Gus? Yeah, it's pretty flat support there. First time all day by the Knights. There's 2.
Conversion successful for William Price from the try of number 11, Tyson Brazil. 6 minutes remaining in the match. Seagulls 38, Knights 6.
Well, the old warhorse
Stay behind.
keeps soldiering on regardless of the score. 38-6, Tyson Frizzell on the scoreboard.
Did he extend for another year, Tyson?
I believe so.
I think he did, yeah. He's played some footy.
Ethan, Tommy, move.
He played 250 last week. Very professional. Lightly spoken. Leads with his actions.
Cant standing in the tackle, thought of an offload but wasn't able to distribute the ball on 30. Back to Croker, and now Elliott. Wrapped up by Bullimore. 10 from the halfway. Brayley pushed back to the bench in recent weeks to allow Phoenix Crossland to start. Price bombs away. He has not put a foot wrong, Lehigh Hopewate.
He's one of those players that just does not make errors. So much class. Different body shape to his older brothers who have soon play in the NRL. He doesn't. Started with William, Jamil.
Well,
Albert.
Albert's going around Canberra. Gee, it's great to see Turbo back. Just hope he gets a long stretch uninterrupted. And still determination in the kick chase for Manly.
Just Nathan Brown's out of game.
Jake Josh, stand up.
Napa Palangi, part of this vastly inexperienced backline that has taken the field today. Just 190 games of NRL experience in the Newcastle backline. Turbo on the loose ball, pulling through, and has gone to ground. Oh no.
Oh no.
Settled. He's right.
Oh,
Relax. You're allowed to get tired.
What do you mean, the coach? Now here's a chance for the first gamer for Lalo. Ball back to Humphries. He scored the first try of the game. Denied by a handful of metres. But they look destined to score another one here if they send it left. Simpkin, Brown, Brooks thought about a kick, went to Turbo, on to Lehigh Hopewate. He's had a blinder.
No team transfers the ball from one side of the field to the other better than the Manly Sea Eagles. Right throughout history. Just catch and pass. They don't worry too much about decoys or those types of things. When the play is on, they trust their handling and their speed. Just beautiful play here. Dummy half, zing. Brown, zing. Brooks, zing. Turbo, zing. Score in the corner. That's just lovely play. Isuzu D-Max replay. Catch and pass. Catch and pass. Catch and pass. Score in the corner. Cameron.
Oh, it was a lovely play again, Gus, wasn't it? Lovely hands by the Manly backline, particularly out on that left-hand side. But the Newcastle Knights, they just lacked a lot of energy this afternoon, both with the ball and without. That time there, the defensive line out wide, they got up and just sat on their heels and waited for the play to unfold. Again, another lovely shot here from the drone. You see there, they're up and they start paddling, running towards the sideline. And Hopewate, he bags a double. What an afternoon it has been here for the Sea Eagles.
Yes, they've absolutely torn them apart, and in truth, it looked that way from the very early stages. Just wonderful support, and there's a sense of timing about Manly. Getting their gun players back at the right time. They throw Cherry Evans back into the mix, the ultimate big game player. And they could provide, at the very worst, nuisance value to the leading contenders. That's a glorious kick by Humphries.
Effortless.
So coming up Wednesday, the decider, the game we've all been waiting for, exclusively live and free on 9. Will the Maroons rally from that drubbing in game 2? They've done it many times before. Or can New South Wales produce the result in what is undoubtedly the toughest task in rugby league? A decider at the Cauldron. 7 p.m. Wednesday, exclusively live and free to 9's Wide World of Sports.
Yep, big game for New South Wales. Queensland have won the last 2 series. A decider in Queensland. Still feel like I've seen this movie before. And the Knights, just to round out a poor day, get offside from the kickoff.
Back Croker. Yeah.
So the big front rower said, I'm going to catch this. Got a head start, according to the referee. Manly eyeing 50. Was that Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy's kicked for touchdown.
You know, Tommy was in the Swans Academy as a kid, as an AFL player. They thought he could have made an AFL player.
He probably would have won a Brownlow.
Yeah, they honestly did. They thought he could have been an AFL player. We've never seen him kick all that much. He hit that sweetly. Here we go, 50. 50.
No 50.
50.
Brown. For Lalo.
He's playing like a halfback today.
Simpkin for Brown, for Brooks. Bodies in motion, Turbo on the inside. Succumbs in the tackle. Couple more players left. They want the half century. The fans want the half century as well, and they've dropped the ball right on cue.
Yeah, well, comprehensive from the home team. Bad day for the visitors, but their big one comes next week.
Hastings with a chip. Turbo tries to pick it up. He's lost it. Brayley has the ball back. And Newcastle die with it. Well, it was an afternoon that really was set up for the Sea Eagles. All the adulation around the Golden Eagles here. Turbo captaining the team from fullback. And notwithstanding those Origin absentees, they have really been quite dynamic. 44-6 Manly over Newcastle in Sunday footy.